In the beginning, they said this is a precaution. Then they said we need 2 weeks and we'll flatten the curve. Then it was 4 weeks, 3 months, 6 months. Then in Victoria they decided to move the state of emergency 6 months so they could keep their totalitarian measures. Then they announced we won't go back to normal, but a COVID normal. Whatever the hell that is. We're starting to get an idea what that is. Now they said we cannot go back to normal unless we get a vaccine. Now they say we won't be able to travel without a COVID passport or a certificate of vaccination. Now's the time for the fire. Australia, the time for ignorance towards what is currently our accepted reality must stop. The time to stand quietly by while our way of life is destined to be a distant memory of regret has come to an end. How much longer will we watch these governments and corporations dictate the terms of our lives? How long will we take this onslaught of our rights and liberties being taken away? Do we, the people, not dictate the terms of our lives? Are we not the sovereign people of this nation? When did the government and these corporations decide they hold the ultimate power? We have watched the police be used to enforce policy, not uphold the right. We have been kicked, pushed, stomped, corralled, pepper sprayed, fined, arrested for standing up for the freedoms of the many. We are witnessing the death of privacy, human rights, and the way of life of a free democratic society. And we are witnessing the birth of egregious surveillance on innocent people, monitoring via artificial intelligence, microchips and biometric passports being implemented into the people of this country. Is this really the world you want for your children? A world where your children are marked, tracked, traced and monitored like cattle? When did the ideas, views and conclusions of the few outweigh the voice of the many? For years we have watched these corporations, globalists and socialists dry up our riverbeds, sell the resources of our country off to the highest bidder, while the farmers that have been there generations watch their legacy turn to dust. We have watched them introduce policy after policy with no regard for our Commonwealth Constitution and get away with it every time. These political fat cats care not about the welfare and prosperity of your family. They care not about the safety and welfare of your children. They are a cancer. A cancer of deception, greed, secrecy, lies, hypocrisy, double standards and self-interest. And if anyone wants to deny that, 28-year suppression order is all I've got to say to you. Childhood suppression order is all I've got to say to you. Pedophilia suppression order is all I've got to say, right? Don't argue anything unless that thing's gone. Don't you dare tell me that none of this stuff exists. Let's see if someone actually puts the pressure on and actually gets this thing lifted and we have some true integrity in our government. The time to stand up, Australia as one voice has come. The time to be heard is here. We cannot allow our children and our loved ones be like lambs to the slaughter. We are subject to the greatest deception this world has ever seen. In the beginning, they said this is a precaution.